All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. Let me explain to you briefly here, in a short video, the meaning of two different words, two different terms that we many times loosely use without any understanding whatsoever at all. So I want to try to bring clarity because if there's anybody that deals with the mind, I do. I deal with the mind a lot. And I want you to understand that people's life and what they believe is best demonstrated by the footprint that they leave behind. I want to talk about the difference between being a civilian and being in a tribe. Okay? Let's deal with civilian first. A civilian is someone who is under a different set of laws than someone who is in a tribe. When you read the scriptures, you read the Bible, it only talks about the 12 tribes of Israel and their history. Now, you have to first accept that as truth before you can continue to go on and grow in this knowledge. If you don't understand that, then you're going to be stagnant and you're going to base your own opinion above the truth of the word. You will put your traditions above the truth of the word. You will put your opinion above facts. And sometimes you'll interject and cross thoughts and mix things up and bring not only more confusion among yourself, but then those who choose to hear your words. A civilian is someone that is under a civil government. And being a civilian, this is what your life is all about. A civilian's life is all about me, myself, and I. A civilian's life is I can go do what I want to go, where I want to go, when I want to go, how I want to go, and when I please. Yet it's all still predicated upon you operating within the confines of that particular nation and their laws and their rules. And so we have today a confusion of minds to where people who say that they believe the scriptures, they say they believe the Bible, and they believe the word, and they want to be what you call part of the tribes of Israel, but yet and still they want to live like civilians. And you can't do that because it's diametrically opposed one against another. Now let's go to a tribe or tribal mentality. Someone who is involved in a tribe, they place their interests, their best interests, and what they want in life at the very bottom, because it's not about them. It's about the advancement of the whole entire. It's about the unity of the tribal community. It's about putting forth the agenda and placing others before themselves. You can't be selfish and be a part of a tribe. It's a tribe is about the we, the our, and the us. It's not. It's totally opposite than the me, myself, and the I that civilians promote in this life, in this selfish lifestyle. And the reason why there's so much confusion today is because people don't understand it. You know, Israel, Jacob's sons, they were part of the tribe. They were part of the 12 tribes of Israel. And they placed the laws of the tribes, the headship and the leader of that particular tribe, above the civilian laws of the land. Do you understand? And so it depends on what way you live, which way you choose to live, and who you're going to serve. You can't be selfish and be in a tribe or be in a community. Like it or not, many of us have been part of many tribes in our lives. And of course, probably one of the greatest example of tribes is the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Marines, because they all have dress that is just alike. They all have one head, commander-in-chief, and they have a hierarchy or a chain of command or structure. That's the same way in the tribes of Israel. So when your mind has been infected by the American system of being a civilian, and you try to assert your civil liberties and civil rights, they're not going to work. And nowhere near are they going to work with someone who has a tribal mentality. They're diametrically opposed against each other, and they just simply cannot walk together because they don't agree. But a tribal people are together. They're in one heart, one mind, one soul, and one spirit, and everybody puts way on the back burner forever their own particular wants, ambitions, and so-called dreams for the better good of the whole. Let me give you an example of a strong tribe throughout all of history. And they have never, ever, ever been defeated in spite of not having conventional warfare, and have been through many different battles and wars. And because of their tribal mentality, meaning their unity among the brethren, they were strong, and they still exist till to this day. The Afghans. Alexander the Greek. He could not beat the Afghans. He couldn't. They just literally couldn't. Falling to a standstill, the Greeks decided they was going to pack up and go home. More modern day, far as the tribes go, the Brits. The Brits tried to fight them twice and lost. Left that area with their rear end intact. Genghis Khan tried his best to fight the Afghans and beat them, and still couldn't today. Look how many trillions of dollars that the American Empire, which is modern day Rome today, has spent over there in Afghan trying to conquer that tribe, and still today all we see is our young men coming home in body bags because they simply cannot win that war. Is because the Afghans have a tribal mentality, which is something foreign to a civilian. And of course, you see things through a lens as a civilian, and the tribe sees things another way through another lens. The Afghans, or the tribal mentality, is a whole lot more biblical than the civilian mindset of what they call nationality and a perceived sense of belonging, because the tribe puts the better good of the family and the preservation of that tribe first. And like it or not, the wave of the future and the wave of this world, that's why communities are popping up all over the place. They're called, you call them communities, some you call them communes, because of ignorance. But the truth is, these are tribal people who have one heart, one soul, one mind, and one spirit. Even when you read in the New Testament, be it James or be it Peter, they both wrote to the 12 tribes of Israel scattered abroad, and they send salutations in the forms of greetings. Today, people are truly mixed up in the head and mind, and the powers that be want you to stay that way. Most people will never understood brotherhood. They will never understand brotherhood. And simply because they're still too busy thinking like the American Europeans, who do not have a tribal mentality but a civilian mentality. I hope some way, somehow, that I've been able to bring some form of education to you and let you see the differences in mindsets, because you truly need to know what the differences are. And that's the reason why many of you, when you come on my particular videos with a Christian mind or messianic mind, or you question, rather than paying attention to the message, you hear certain things in the message that will conflict with what you believe today, and then you throw away the whole message. You got sidetracked, you couldn't hear the message. It's hard for you to understand, because I don't speak like an American civilian, because I'm part of the original descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel, and have the spirit of my Father in me. I hope that you can hear, and I hope that you can understand. If not, hey, your unbelief has nothing to do with me. That's between you and the Father above. But one thing about truth, it always sets free. So to recap, you can be selfish being a civilian. It's all about you. You can do what you want to do. You have no laws, statutes, and commandments binding by the Hebraic law that Yahweh gave Moshe as his custodian. So live life, live it up, be what you want to be, all that you can be. But to be in a tribe, your will does not matter. It's about the better and the good for the whole entire unit. And that's the reason why all these empires could not defeat any tribe that's close together, because they are a brotherhood. Shalom.